Good evening, YouTube. This is your man, All the Way Joe's page, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, tonight I got to watch some Bellator 245, the prelims. They show it out on YouTube, so you don't have to jump on the zone or try to, But it was Leslie Peacemaker Smith versus Amanda the Lady Killer Bell. Now, the last time Leslie fought was last year when she fought Arlene Blanco and she lost that fight. But she made a return in this fight against Amanda Bell. Now, Leslie came in very professional. She came in her weight at a 145.7, while Amanda Bell came in about 2 pounds overweight. So, the fight went pretty good. I mean, it was a bit of back and forth. It's a feel out between both the ladies. Leslie at one point threw a body shot, and Amanda Bell was just, going back and forth with her. There was just a couple of takedown attempts, and one point when while Amanda was on the ground, Leslie kind of threw a kick, but she kind of it was like it wasn't all the way. You remember, you can't kick the down opponent, so it was pretty good back. Then came to the second round, and it was big, it's began back and forth. Leslie just throwing some good punches. Amanda Bell throwing some uppercuts. But the thing is that Leslie's kind of like she needs to really put in more confidence in her striking and her abilities. I mean, Amanda Bell was coming forward. She was putting a good fight, but then there was a takedown, and Leslie was trying to attempt a rear naked choke but couldn't get it in. I think Leslie's better on the ground than she's on standing up, but and then it was rolling back and forth against the cage, and then that rounded it. So during the corner, Amanda's corner told her that she was behind on a round, and she had to really step it up. And Leslie's like Holly Holm. She's bad for calling. She's bad for calling out her strikes. Don't that's the thing. It's hard for a lot of fighters to break out of certain habits, especially when throw a punch and you yell behind it, and that's just a call for anybody to maybe block it. But Leslie has good defense. She was like, in the first part of the first round, she was defending against the punches, but she was getting hit a few times. By the like I said, by the second round, Amanda was bleeding from the nose, so that means that Leslie was getting some good strikes in. She was throwing some elbows when she was on the ground and pound. And then it was the third round. It was another back and forth. They went down on the ground, and this time it was Amanda Bell trying to attempt a rear naked choke, where she was, hitting, Leslie at the side of the head a few times. And, being that she was the much heavy fighter, she was hard for Leslie Smith to try to get her off. So, but then Leslie rolled around and got on top. And then, they, broke out, one point, she was kind of hesitant about throwing a kick because she wanted to hit a down opponent. And then, it was back on the standing feet. Leslie got Amanda against the cage, hit her with a couple of elbows and some shots. Amanda Bell was throwing some uppercuts as usual. Trying to get between the fence of Leslie's shoulders and her forearms, and as that's the best defense that you put up when somebody throws a punches your forearms. And anyway, the fight ends. And then at the end, one thing I respect about Leslie Smith is a very activist person. While she was I follow her on YouTube, on IG, on Instagram, and she was asking about looking for shirts for Black Lives Matter, and she was wearing the guys who killed the police who killed Breonna Taylor should be arrested shirt, and you couldn't do that at UFC. That's a good thing about Bellator. You don't have to worry about wearing like with Reebok that sponsorship. You got to wear anything. It's mostly Reebok. But I respect her being supporting Black Lives Matter and justice for black people. She, like I said. And then anyway, it ended with a unanimous decision in Leslie Smith's favor. All three judges had to see, I think it was 29-27 in Smith's favor. I think by the end of the third round, I think Amanda Bell was doing pretty good, but still Leslie just needs to be more aggressive. She needs to get, when she gets opponent against the fence, she got to throw some more elbows, some Muay Thai shots. But like I said, Leslie's been around for a while. She's been a good fighter. And we talked about it the other night on his Combat Sports. She's on the list of fight like somebody needs to retire. And I think, I think she might have she has the heart for maybe 1 or 2 more fights, but I think she might want to go ahead and just um, do like they do and, just put her gloves in the ring when she gets her last fight. And with your man, all the way, George Page, like, subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm out.